pop on here in a minute. I don't know those terms. My kids know those terms, but in a minute, on here live and thought this was super cool. Um, to kind of explain how I'm feeling. So I was interviewed this morning on a podcast, and live at 8 a.m. And I was interviewed by someone in Hawaii who's Queen Atahi, right? The Mompreneur BFF podcast. And we were talking about narcissism. So she's in Hawaii. It's 5 a.m. in Hawaii, and we woke up early because I had calls and other things that were happening today. As right now I'm on my lunch break, right? And because I work from home, I can have whatever lunch break I feel like. So all of that being said, I didn't sleep enough last night, and knowing how my body is, I know that I need 6 plus. Eight is good, 7 is okay, 6 is bare minimum, or I'm not functioning, and it feels like this. It literally feels like this. If I don't sleep more than 6 hours. And so after we got off the call was great. But then after we got off the call, I'm like, there's so many other things that I need to do today, but I'm feeling unfocused, like not completely here. Also, I spit out a lot of my mana'o, so a lot of my energy went towards the podcast. And then I had other calls today, and so usually those get me motivated. But I'm just like, oh, I feel like I've expended a lot of energy. I'm feeling like a little bit like this right now. So what I'm gonna do is what helps me keep focused is, I don't know if this also happens to you. My uh my like there's a lot of data streaming through my brain like all the time. And so when I'm in hyper focus mode, I can easily tune out all the other voices. And when I'm not hyper focused, like when my guard is down, when my energy is down, I have a lot harder time tuning out the external voices. So, what I usually do to hack that when I know my brain is going like this is I put on some kind of audiobook, I put on some kind of training so that I can tune into the voice. And I also use this at nighttime if I'm having a hard time sleeping. If you have, Audible or the audiobook app, you can turn it on, or podcast or something, and there's a sleep timer for most of them. Even on the Bible app, the YouVersion Bible app, there is a sleep timer, so you can set it where your phone will turn off after whatever you set it for. I think there's like 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. You set your sleep timer, and it'll just shut off once the timer is done. So it's not like your phone is going to be like talking all night, but you'll get for me, I get just enough that um, the book or yeah, the audio, the words, like I'm focusing on the words that are coming in audibly versus trying to sort out all the other words that are going through my brain at any given time. And fun fact, I always have a song playing in the background. So I have like Pandora playing music in the background in my head because I don't know, just music is a part of who I am. I always have a song playing in the background. And it's just funny when I read like Facebook or, just comments, and people say something and that kind of triggers a lyric or like a song title. I'm like, oh my gosh, that song like starts playing in my head. It's kind of like a jukebox where like, oh, we were changing up the song. um anyway, hope this was valuable for you guys today. So again, the biggest takeaway is like, if you are experiencing a lot of brain fog, or just a lot of brain fog, jumbled thoughts, whatever, like a lack of focus, a way to pinpoint your focus is to listen to some kind of audio book or or podcast or some kind of audio stream to help get you um, focused in on a voice and all these other things that are going on in the background, the audible voice is louder than the thoughts that are running through your head. So, if you are interested in listening to a podcast, go listen to the one that I was featured on today. Right, her name is Queena Tahi. Yes, Queena Tahi, Tahi. Yes, Polynesians took together, you know. And sorry, Mompreneur BFF. Right, she is your, if you're starting a business, she is your Mompreneur BFF. She has like these trainings and things, and a lot of her clients get like some really great results just by working with her. And it doesn't matter if you're direct sales or if you have like your own coaching consulting business, she can help you um, just get your systems in place and get you, just get the stuff that you need to get handled. And so that's a quick plug. I didn't know I was going to do that, but you should really go follow her. We also have, I say we like it's mine, but I'm in it. It's called, I don't know. It's for the mompreneurs. Not necessarily like it's her free Facebook group, not necessarily for her mastermind, but where just us local, Hawaii mompreneurs hang out. There's like not like I'm not in Hawaii anymore, but there's non-Hawaiian mompreneurs in there, but most of us are from Hawaii or we have roots based in Hawaii, and it's just, there's different challenges that people go through based on demographic. And the world is like one big giant place, but really culturally people experience life differently, people respond differently based on culture and upbringing and all of that, right? Nature versus nurture. There's a lot with nature too, and there's a lot with nurture that just makes us who we are. So if you're interested in that, you should join us in that Facebook group. It's fun. Like it's not all about business. Like, because we're all moms, she makes sure that we have fun while we are doing business. Anyway, lots of love to you guys. If you have any questions, I'll probably throw the link to the Facebook Live that we did today up here also as well. It's on my personal page, but I'll share it here as well in case you guys want to listen in. And just, we're talking about narcissism today and how it affects us as moms, for one, and if it affects us as moms, how is it affecting our children? And ultimately, so this is how it ties into mompreneurs, is that ultimately if we are running a business, right? If you ask any mompreneur why she started her business, it's because she's doing it for time and money freedom. That's it. That's the bottom line, right? I started a business in 2003. I started a business in 2003 in hopes that it would lead me to time freedom, because I made a lot of money on my job. I didn't have a lot of time. That my job income would be replaced by my business. And so that was the main reason why I started a business, is for time and money freedom, so I could spend more time with my kids. Now my kids are grown. My business is evolving. I'm helping more people in the relationship space. But, that's just the calling that God has on my life in this season. So that's where I am. Ooh. Notifications. And I also like the fact that, my husband gets to do what he wants to do, and I'm free, I'm home, and we can do stuff together, because he has a rotating shift schedule, which I also used to have. But now, like, when he's off, today he's off, I'm like, I have stuff in the morning. He's like, well, can I go golfing? I'm like, yeah, go golfing because I have stuff going on. And so he's out golfing right now. So I just got a notification that he not doing so well today, but it got very cold overnight, and so just blame it on that. Anyhow, I hope you guys are doing well, and just let me know. Did you miss me? Not seeing me? Um, I'd love to start doing more lives, and I'm I'm also gonna be doing more lives inside of my new Facebook group. Right? If you followed me for a while, I started off with the Exhausted Overachievers Facebook group, which is which is okay. Um, but when I was helping overachievers who are experiencing burnout, what I found to be the cause was actually repressed emotions, usually from relationship baggage that was not dealt with. And um, a lot of the energy exertion, I felt, like a lot of my former clients were feeling depleted, but it's because they were expending a lot of energy trying to maintain relationships, whether it was with their children, with their spouse or significant other, or if they were in the dating phase, they were spending a lot of time and energy trying to date, or either trying to find a date, or, I mean, gosh, when you're dating, it, you know, you're trying to navigate this whole new space with this new person who doesn't even know you. So there's a lot of conversations that are happening, like the getting to know you phase, and trying to pick a restaurant. I mean, my husband and I have been married for 6 years. We still can't figure out what we want to eat for dinner some nights. I don't know if you have that problem. If you have that problem, you're watching the replay, just comment dinner, dinner. If you have the same struggles as figuring out what's for dinner. Yeah. Anyhow, so there's a lot of what I talk about is there's a lot of RAM usage happening in the background, which is what's also happening for me today. Is there's a lot of RAM happening in the background, and also why I couldn't sleep last night. Just things, thoughts, problems, issues, right? Your brain is always trying to problem solve, always trying to figure out solutions because there's this not disconnect exactly, but like a discord happening, and your body's always trying to bring you back to homeostasis, always trying to bring it back, right? So yeah, there's a lot of brain energy trying to figure out what's causing the disconnect, the disunity, and this trying to find a solution to bring your body back to balance, back to harmony. And so if you have brain fog, especially if you are going through like chronic illness, autoimmune, your body's trying to heal in the background. A lot of energy, resources are being used in your body to help figure out, chronic health issues or trying to recover from it, like the whole repair section. And just there's a lot of thinking about like diet, exercise, like trying to figure out how to overcome your illness in the background that you don't even know is happening. All of that to say, if you are having a brain foggy Monday, like I am, I every time I come on these lives, I always give you guys homework because I feel like it's such a disservice for me to come on here and just spiel a whole lot and not give you guys any actionable things that you can do, right? So if you are experiencing a lot of brain fog today or any other day, write down, like do a brain dump, like just dump it all out. And like, really dump it all out. And then really try to figure out off of that list that's running in your head, because it's already happening in the background like that. So dump it out on paper. From that list, figure out what is your priority. What is going to have the biggest impact, or either impact positively or impact negatively. Like if you don't do it, there's a big negative impact, then you really need to take care of that first, because it's like a your body thinks it's like a fire that it has to put out, and that's why all this RAM is going towards solving that problem. Or even, and the other thing is like impacted positively, like which one is going to have the most positive impact. And usually it's a combination of both that usually becomes the top priority, and then you just start knocking them out. But then there's also some stuff on there that you brain dump that are just worries. They're just stressors and worries that, God will figure it out. God will make it happen, so yeah, there's this whole triage categorizing thing, but that's a quick and easy thing that you can do right now today to help get rid of your brain fog. Is you got to shut off those apps that are running in the background and really take inventory of what's happening in your brain. Shut off the apps that need shutting off and take action, right? Shutting off the app means taking action, clearing your notifications, right? And if you can't clear them out right now, make a note to get it done later so that it's not floating around and taking up brain space. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this live today, and just let me know if you have any questions, or you want more tips, things, and how to do any of that. If you need relationship help, don't forget, join the Facebook group. It's called the Scarlet Letter Society. Yeah, and there's resources in there if you are dealing with narcissistic abuse, recovering from that, or you're still in it. There's a lot of resources in there that I have for you guys to get. You know, Sometimes you just gotta take action. So, see you guys in the group. See you guys out here too on the main page. But have a lovely Monday, and God bless.